Have you noticed your arms feeling weaker or your legs struggling to support you when you get out of a chair? You're not alone, and it's not just old age. What you're experiencing could be something far more serious: muscle loss, medically known as sarcopenia. And here's the alarming part. It starts silently, often as early as your 50s, and can accelerate rapidly if left unchecked. According to research from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, up to 1 in 3 adults over the age of 60 suffers from significant muscle loss, affecting strength, mobility, balance, and even independence. But here's the good news. This trend is not inevitable, and you can take action starting today, with one incredibly simple, powerful food that may already be in your kitchen. Muscle loss in seniors is far more common and far more serious than most people realize. The medical term for this condition is sarcopenia, which literally means loss of flesh. It's not just about looking thinner or having smaller arms or legs. It's about a gradual decline in muscle strength, power, and function that can deeply affect your ability to move, live independently, and stay healthy. And so what exactly is sarcopenia? According to the National Institute on Aging, NIA, a division of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, sarcopenia typically begins around the age of 50 and progresses with each passing decade. By the time a person reaches 80, they may have lost up to 50% of their muscle mass if no action is taken. This loss isn't just about aging. It's also about inactivity, poor nutrition, and hormonal shifts that come with getting older. Muscle tissue naturally breaks down over time, but in seniors, this process can accelerate when the body isn't getting enough protein, certain key nutrients, or regular physical activity. And because it happens gradually, many seniors don't notice until it's already affecting their daily life. You might be surprised by how early the signs can start. Maybe you've noticed that it's harder to carry the groceries, or that your legs feel shaky when climbing stairs. Perhaps you've had more trouble getting up from a soft chair or bed. These may seem like small annoyances, but they're early warning signs of sarcopenia creeping in. And this condition doesn't just affect your muscles. As muscle mass decreases, your metabolism slows down, leading to weight gain, blood sugar imbalances, and increased risk of type 2 diabetes. That's right. Losing muscle can actually make you more prone to chronic illnesses. Weak muscles also mean poor balance, leading to a higher risk of dangerous falls, a leading cause of injury and hospitalization in older adults. The NIA also highlights that sarcopenia affects both men and women, although it may be more noticeable in men due to greater initial muscle mass. However, postmenopausal women are especially vulnerable, as the drop in estrogen levels contributes to both muscle and bone loss. Another critical factor is inflammation. As we age, our bodies tend to produce more pro-inflammatory compounds. This chronic low-grade inflammation is called inflammaging, and it directly contributes to muscle breakdown. Combined with the natural decline in hormones like growth hormone and testosterone, the body becomes less efficient at building and repairing muscle. Now here's where it gets even more important. Sarcopenia doesn't just lead to physical weakness. It also contributes to a loss of confidence and independence. When you don't feel strong, you stop doing the things you love: gardening, walking the dog, playing with your grandkids, or even just going out with friends. The result? Many seniors begin to isolate themselves, and their quality of life suffers dramatically. Ignoring muscle loss may seem harmless at first. After all, it often starts subtly. But make no mistake, the long-term consequences of untreated sarcopenia can be devastating to both your health and independence. One of the most dangerous outcomes is the increased risk of falls and fractures. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 and older falls each year. And when seniors fall, it's not just a bruise or scrape, it can mean a broken hip, months in a rehabilitation facility, or even a permanent loss of mobility. Weak muscles can no longer stabilize joints, protect bones, or support quick reflexes that prevent a stumble from becoming a serious accident. And that's just the beginning. When your muscles shrink and weaken, everyday tasks become harder. Things like opening a jar, climbing stairs, or carrying laundry. This creates a snowball effect. You become less active because your body feels incapable, and the less you move, the faster the muscle loss progresses. This leads to a condition called frailty, where the body is so weakened that it struggles to recover from even minor illnesses or stress. Research from the National Institute on Aging, NIA, has found that seniors with sarcopenia are far more likely to be hospitalized, require long-term care, or lose their ability to live independently. Once mobility is lost, it becomes much harder to regain, and the quality of life suffers in ways that go far beyond the physical. But it's not just your strength and movement that are at risk. Muscle plays a major role in regulating blood sugar, inflammation, and even immune function. When muscle mass decreases, it can worsen conditions like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. That's because your muscles help store and use glucose. Less muscle means more sugar circulating in your bloodstream, putting additional strain on your pancreas and increasing insulin resistance. And there's also an emotional toll. The loss of independence, energy, and physical ability can lead to depression, anxiety, and feelings of hopelessness. Many seniors describe a sense of shrinking away, not just physically, but socially and emotionally. They begin to withdraw, stop participating in activities they once loved, and feel like they're no longer in control of their bodies or their lives. This is why institutions like the National Institutes of Health, NIH, have placed a strong emphasis on early identification and treatment of sarcopenia. The sooner you recognize the signs and take action, the better your chances of maintaining strength, mobility, and dignity as you age. So what exactly causes muscle loss in older adults? Why do some people remain strong and active into their 80s, while others struggle with weakness and frailty in their 60s? The answer lies in a combination of biological, lifestyle, and nutritional factors, all of which come into play as we age. One of the primary causes is lack of protein in the diet. Your muscles are made of protein, and they need a constant supply to repair and rebuild. Unfortunately, many seniors unintentionally eat too little protein, especially those who rely on processed or carbohydrate-heavy meals. Over time, this leads to chronic undernourishment of the muscle tissue. According to the National Institute on Aging, NIA, inadequate protein intake is one of the most common and most easily overlooked contributors to sarcopenia. Another major factor is a sedentary lifestyle. As we get older, it's easy to fall into routines that involve less movement, watching TV, sitting for long periods, or avoiding exercise due to joint pain or fatigue. But when muscles aren't used regularly, the body begins to break them down. Use it or lose it isn't just a saying, it's a biological reality. The less you move, the faster your muscles shrink. Chronic inflammation also plays a critical role. As we age, the body tends to exist in a state of low-grade inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging. This can quietly damage muscle fibers, slow down recovery, and accelerate tissue breakdown. It's a hidden but powerful force that wears away at strength from the inside. Hormonal changes make things even more complicated. Levels of testosterone, estrogen, and growth hormone naturally decline with age, all of which are essential for muscle maintenance and growth. Without these hormones, it becomes harder to build or even retain the muscle you have. This is particularly true for women after menopause, when estrogen levels drop sharply. Now let's talk about the one powerful natural food that can help reverse muscle loss in seniors, and that food is lentils. You may not think much of this humble legume, but lentils are one of the most nutrient-dense, muscle-supporting foods you can eat. They're affordable, easy to prepare, and packed with exactly what your aging body needs to stop and even reverse sarcopenia. So why lentils? First and foremost, lentils are rich in high-quality plant-based protein. One cooked cup provides around 18 grams of protein, more than an egg or a glass of milk. But what makes lentils especially powerful for seniors is that they contain leucine, an essential amino acid known to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. In other words, lentils help your body build and repair muscle tissue more effectively, something that becomes harder to do as you age. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, has highlighted the importance of leucine in fighting age-related muscle decline. According to NIH-supported research, older adults often experience something called anabolic resistance, a reduced ability to build muscle even when eating enough protein. Leucine-rich foods like lentils can help overcome this resistance, making them a smart addition to any senior's diet. But lentils aren't just about protein. They're also loaded with iron, which supports oxygen delivery to muscles, magnesium, which aids in muscle contraction and relaxation, and folate, which plays a key role in cellular repair. These nutrients work together to rebuild and protect your muscle tissue, while also supporting heart health and brain function. Unlike red meat or processed protein powders, lentils come with no saturated fat, no cholesterol, and a good dose of fiber. That means you're not only protecting your muscles, you're also reducing your risk of heart disease, controlling blood sugar levels, and improving digestion. Want proof? Let's look at a real-world example. A clinical nutrition study published through the U.S. National Library of Medicine tracked older adults who added plant-based proteins like lentils to their daily meals for 12 weeks. The results were impressive. Participants showed increased grip strength, improved balance, and even better walking speed, all without any changes in medication. Just imagine the difference that could make in your life. More strength to carry your groceries, better balance getting in and out of the bathtub, more energy to play with your grandchildren or walk around the block. Take Martha, a 74-year-old retired teacher who started adding lentils to her lunch 3 times a week. Within 2 months, she noticed she could stand up from her couch without pushing off with her hands, and she even started walking a mile a day again. Stories like Martha's aren't rare. They're a testament to how food can be your medicine, especially when it comes to aging. Now that you know how powerful lentils are in the fight against muscle loss, let's talk about how to make them a regular part of your diet, without making big changes or sacrificing flavor. First, the basics. Lentils come in several varieties: brown, green, red, and black. All of them are healthy, but each has slightly different textures and cooking times. Brown and green lentils hold their shape well and are great in soups, stews, or salads, while red lentils cook faster and become soft, making them perfect for soups or purees. A simple way to get started? Try making a hearty lentil soup with onions, garlic, carrots, celery, and a pinch of turmeric for extra anti-inflammatory benefits. Or toss cooked green lentils into your salad for a protein boost that doesn't require meat. You can also try lentil patties, mashed lentils mixed with spices and oats, formed into small burger-style cakes, and pan-seared. They're satisfying, flavorful, and freezer-friendly. Another great option is to blend cooked red lentils into your smoothies. Yes, really. Once cooked and cooled, red lentils have a neutral taste and creamy texture. Add half a cup to your morning smoothie along with berries, a banana, and some almond milk. You won't even notice they're there, but your muscles definitely will. So how much should you be eating? The National Institute on Aging, NIA, recommends that older adults aim for at least 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, and lentils can make up a significant portion of that goal. Eating half a cup to 1 full cup of cooked lentils several times per week is a great starting point. When should you eat them? The best time to consume protein-rich meals is within 1 to 2 hours after light exercise, when your muscles are most ready to absorb nutrients. That means a lentil lunch after a morning walk could be a perfect match. Some seniors worry about digestion when it comes to legumes. If that's you, here are some tips. Soak dry lentils overnight, rinse them well before cooking, and start with small portions. You can also add digestion-friendly spices like cumin, ginger, or fennel seeds to your dishes. Over time, your digestive system will adjust, and any discomfort will likely fade. Don't have time to cook? You can buy pre-cooked lentils in BPA-free cans or vacuum-sealed packs at most grocery stores. Just rinse and heat, done in minutes. While lentils are a powerful food to support muscle health, they work even better when combined with other natural strategies. If you're serious about reversing muscle loss, it's important to take a holistic approach, addressing movement, nutrients, and lifestyle together. First and foremost, let's talk about resistance exercise. You don't need to lift heavy weights or join a gym to strengthen your muscles. Simple movements using your own body weight, like wall push-ups, sit-to-stands from a chair, or resistance band exercises, can stimulate muscle growth effectively. According to the National Institute on Aging, NIA, strength training just 2 to 3 times per week has been shown to improve muscle mass, bone density, and balance in older adults. Even light strength work triggers something called muscle protein synthesis, where the body repairs and builds new muscle fibers. It's a natural process that gets less efficient with age, but with consistent movement and proper nutrition, you can keep it active. Next, make sure you're getting enough vitamin D. This nutrient isn't just for bones. It also plays a crucial role in muscle function. Seniors with low vitamin D levels are at significantly higher risk of falls and frailty. Spend a little time in the sun each day and ask your doctor if a supplement is right for you. Vitamin D works hand in hand with protein to support muscle health. Sleep is another underrated part of the muscle-building equation. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, a key player in muscle repair and regeneration. Poor sleep can disrupt this process, leaving your muscles in a constant state of breakdown. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night and try to keep a regular bedtime routine. Even 30 minutes of extra rest each night can make a big difference. Don't forget about hydration. Muscles are nearly 75% water, and dehydration can cause cramping, weakness, and slower recovery from activity. Drinking 6 to 8 cups of water per day, more if you're active, is a simple way to keep your muscles functioning well. Now let's talk about some additional foods that support muscle strength. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are packed with magnesium and nitrates, which enhance blood flow to muscles. Nuts and seeds offer protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants that reduce inflammation. And eggs, yes, whole eggs, are an excellent source of complete protein and choline, a nutrient involved in muscle control. Another often overlooked strategy is staying socially and mentally active. You may wonder, what does that have to do with muscles? Well, more than you might think. Seniors who feel connected and engaged are more likely to stay physically active, and activity leads to better strength, better balance, and fewer falls. It's all connected. According to ongoing research funded by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, comprehensive lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, sleep, and social engagement are more effective in slowing or reversing muscle loss than medication alone. That's a powerful message. You are in control of your muscle health. Now that you understand the seriousness of muscle loss and the incredible power of one simple food like lentils, what will you do with this knowledge? If you're over 60, now is the time to act. Don't wait for weakness, don't wait for a fall, and don't wait for your independence to slip away. Start today. Go to your pantry, grab a bag of lentils, or pick some up on your next grocery run, and commit to making them part of your weekly meals. Just 1 cup, 2 or 3 times a week, can begin to rebuild what time has taken away. Pair that with just a little strength movement, a short walk, a few squats, or arm raises with soup cans. Keep your body moving, keep feeding it the right fuel, and it will reward you with strength, balance, and a renewed sense of vitality. This isn't just about muscles, it's about independence. It's about being able to get out of a chair without help. It's about climbing stairs, picking up your grandchild, or walking into the kitchen without pain or fear. It's about reclaiming your power, one meal and one step at a time. The National Institute on Aging reminds us that muscle loss is not an inevitable part of aging. It's a condition that can be prevented, slowed, and even reversed with the right lifestyle choices. And it all begins with awareness and action. Today's message is simple. You can regain your strength, balance, and independence, starting with just one powerful food and a few small lifestyle changes. Lentils and light daily movement can help restore the energy and confidence you thought was gone for good. If this video helped you, please give it a like, leave a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to Diabetes Care Academy for more life-changing health tips every single week. Your health is in your hands, and it's never too late to take control. Start today. Your strongest, healthiest years are still ahead.